So she's now switched to Subutex, which you've had no issues with.
No.
And so somebody was wondering, because they said it's just kind of discouraging for them because they still feel pretty crummy. And Brooke's been through detox several times. So I was going to kind of let her answer this because I genuinely can't answer this question.
Well, there's a lot of factors that are different. And, like, when she presented this question to me, I said, like, one, our situation is very different. You know, like, you're not sitting here trying to lead people, you know, necessarily.
You mean with our story? Like, tell them what to do?
Yeah, like, you're just, yeah, no. Exactly. Like, you're telling them, you're sharing our experience. And our experience is different.
Everybody's
This experience is different going around. It always is most of the time, but sometimes not. I've definitely had a few of those experiences where it was the fucking same. However, have I felt good on Suboxone a weekend? Yes, in detox. However, was I also fucking around and talking to dudes in rehab and, like, making myself look cute, you know? Like, yeah, I was. You know, like, now, you know, like, I kind of have, like, surrendered, as much as I hate using that word. Like, I've surrendered my phone. I don't have a phone. I'm not keeping in contact with anybody. And I'm happy to do that. I'm also on a shitload of vitamins.
She really has not wanted to go back to being on an antidepressant. And there's a lot of things people talk about gut health. So,
which is huge, and they'll teach you about that in rehab. Like, I've been in treatment centers where they've taught you about being on a good probiotic makes all the difference. And I'm not, like, trying to preach to anybody. You know, this is, again, just my experience, okay? In my opinion. I feel like, and I'm not even able to really do, like, a probiotic, like, right now, you know? Like,
yeah, we haven't even started that. She's having a hard time stomaching it, but...
Yeah, but, like, but gut health is huge. Stress is huge. You know, and also another thing too is it's in the thick of the holiday seasons, dude. There's a lot I'm excited about right now and happy about and just feel good, you know? Like, if this was in the middle of the summertime, like it has been at times, you know, like, and it was just, you know, it's just a good time of year, you know, like, really. And
she means that by getting those little dopamine
boosts, you know, like, you know, I mean, getting things, you know, like materialistic things, which isn't a good thing necessarily, but, like, it's also not, like, overdoing anything, you know, like, I've gotten gifted some clothes and stuff because, like, I had nothing when I came off the streets and stuff, but, like, nothing over the top, you know, like, but, and of course it's going to make me feel good individually, you know, like, and my point is time has not waxed and waned. You know, like, I haven't had those lulls in my days yet. So, like, I'm not, like, it made me feel sad that, like, because that's so valid. And I've been on Suboxone and been months clean and felt like shit. You know, like, I have. I last year I did, you know, like, and I was clean, completely clean, and I felt like shit. Like, I was doing step work, like, I was doing all sorts of stuff, and I felt terrible.
I'm curious, do you think part of that was due to the fact that you have been completely cut off from your family?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Like, that's another thing, like, you know, where everything is situationally very different. You know, like, so I guess what I'm saying is please don't compare yourself to, like, because I'm not trying to, like, you know, make it, and she's not trying to make it look like, oh, it's fantastic over here. Like, the grass is so much greener, you know, like, because it's not. You know, like, I'm very lucky, and I'm really grateful, you know, like, at this point in my life, and I'm also just willing to try things, you know, like, there's a lot I've been very resistant to try before. I never wanted to not have a cell phone. I wanted to never, you know, I wanted to talk to. Not saying that I'm being told what to do, I just realized that I need to make changes, you know, and also just, like, I'm also really lucky that, like, you know, my family's at the place that it's at, you know, like, a couple years ago, I wouldn't have been able to come to holidays, even if I was probably clean. You know?
I think that I agree.
Just with how like we were doing.
I just think over the last year how much I've changed and improved.
And I've made a lot of growth in my like own ways, like all those small, you know, like yes, I might have been using, but like I did, you know, I've been growing in my own little ways. Like I've taken step backs as well, you know, throughout the years. But I don't know, I'm just at a peace with a lot of things. I think you are as well.
Yeah, and I think though, you know, with her being home through this, I think it helps being surrounded by people you love. I mean, in our situation right now, she's been to treatment 9 times in the last 4 years, and you know, I've never gone through detox with her. You know, you've always been gone.
Yeah, and I've like in situations like I mean, I have been able to call. There's been times where we weren't on good terms, and I didn't even talk to her.
Yeah.
Like pretty much the whole detox experience.
And you were pretty irritable, I feel like, most of the time when I would talk to you in treatment.
Oh no, I was usually angry about something. I was almost always mad about something. And I mean, I'm also at a point where I just really like, and again, I'm very lucky that I don't have to really do treatment right now. You know, like, I mean, and again, this is all opinions, you know, like, you're not saying I might not need it. Like, I'm not denying that. Like, I would like to be in a group of some sort. You know, I'd like to start women's groups because I'd like to connect with women because that's something I have always struggled with a lot. And I don't know. It's just, it's so situational. And that's why, like, I don't know. The comment made me feel really bad because I was like, I do not want it to look like I'm doing fucking phenomenal and this is how everybody should be doing. Yes, I'm doing great, but again, it is fucking Christmas. So, like, it is, you know, like, all sorts of factors that play into it. I haven't seen my kid in how long? You know, like, and I do feel good. Like, the first day my son came home, though, which was, like, what, a week ago? Yeah. I felt terrible. I just had, like, an anaphylactic reaction.
It wasn't even that long ago.
It was, like, 4 days ago.
Yeah, maybe. It was, like, 4 days. Sunday.
Yeah, it was, like, 4 days ago. And I felt terrible. I was on a shitload of, like, Benadryl and stuff because my tongue kept swelling because of whatever the hell, like, something to do with Suboxone. And I felt really weird and dissociated. And I'm not one to get dissociated, but I did. I, like, couldn't even talk to my own kid. Not that, like, that sounds bad, but, like, you know, I still was hanging out with him, spending time with him, and he didn't know the difference. Like, he was happy just to be around me. But I just felt shitty, you know? And I didn't know why. But it was, I think, mostly because I was just so, like, messed up on the Benadryl and stuff. I was very tired and out of it. But, yeah, no, like, I mean, I don't always feel good either. You know, once the holidays are over and things start to get back into their normal, like, lull of things, like, I'm gonna have days where I get down, you know? Like, hell, I had a couple times this week where I was by myself, you know, at home, and I was kind of in my feelings. Really, just the past couple of days, I felt really excited because you've been home and, like, you've been off work and stuff, and it's just been, like, a good time, you know, to catch up with my family and stuff, you know? It's, like, I just don't look at me and think that you're supposed to, like, like, oh, I want to be there. You know, this chick's, like, not even a week sober. Like, what the fuck, you know? Like, you just got to think about all these other, outside factors,
it's taken time to get to this point, though, also, I feel
absolutely, like. And that's what I'm saying. It's, like, where I'm lucky, like, to be where I'm at with my family now. And myself as an individual.